Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Love of Food show. My name is Cynthia Stanley with the Rapids Parish Library. Today, my friends and I are going to make for you two Indian dishes. The first one is called Poori, which is basically fried bread. And to go with it, we're going to make Chole, which is chickpea curry. And I have my friends here. This is Kathy Harless. She cooks a lot of Indian food herself, and she is going to help me with the puri. And Surabhi Bhargava, she is going to make our chole or the chickpea curry to go with the puris. So let's start. To make the puri, we're going to need 3 cups of Indian wheat flour, also called atta, a little bit of salt, and these ingredients, which I'm going to mention, are optional. Celery seeds and semolina or suji, we call it suji. These are optional just to add some extra depth and flavor, but you can totally leave it out. Then we're going to add 1.5 cups of water. We'll start with 1.5 cups, and if we need more, we can add. So I have the semolina right here. Some salt, and the celery seeds. I'm going to stir the dry ingredients together. And now add the water, little by little.
This water's room temperature, right?
Yes, this water is room temperature. You can even add slightly warm water.
Do you ever use your hands or just?
Oh yes, I'm going to use my hand. You can cut this off. Now, working with your fingers, make a soft, pliable dough. You don't want the dough to be too hard or too soft and sticky. Can you pour some more?
Is that enough?
Yeah, that should.
So it doesn't hurt it to knead it as much as you.
No, knead it as much as you want.
Okay.
You can in fact punch it.
Oh yeah. That was happy to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do your children cook the Indian food too, or do they know that?
Yes, yes, they do. But they don't make puri. It's a lot of work. Okay. So I think this is ideal. See, the dough is soft to touch,
Mm-hmm.
but not too hard.
Right. So do you punch it too?
Oh yes,
That's the next step.
I do, but I'm not going to do it here on the table. I need a firm punch.
I'll hold it steady. You punch away.
I beat it mostly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it softens up the dough.
Okay.
Okay, so our dough is ready.
So this is where you just let it sit for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What does it do as it sits?
It don't up.
It doesn't rise.
It doesn't
Right.
rise. Okay.
I think she probably needs a little bit bigger.
Okay, so our dough is ready. I'm going to coat it with a little oil. You can use any oil.
Does anybody ever put oil like in it, or just it's always like around it after the end? It's just water.
We are going to deep fry this, so it doesn't
Okay,
need oil in
right,
the dough
okay.
itself. So,
Give me
then
I'll go ahead and tear a bigger piece. I had a little one, but I'll just do a bigger one.
So that's it. Our dough is ready. We have wrapped it with saran wrap and we are going to let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes. So dough is rested and we are going to make small balls, roll it out and deep fry in oil.
It's a little thicker than that.
Take,
I'm sorry.
yes. So take small balls of dough and fold in to it, like bring out from the outside, you fold in like this, bring the outside dough in and then press it. Dust it with a little flour and roll it. You don't have to make it too thick or too thin.
Yours is so much better than mine. There's a reason for that.
We are going to make a few more before we start frying them.
Okay, now, is this,
And for frying the puris, the oil needs to be on the hotter side. So that way the puris will puff.
there will be a difference, a major difference in this side and that side.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know if I've gotten enough dough. Do I need a little more than that?
No, this is good.
Okay. Okay, outside in.
Not too thick, not too thin. Shall we put that? Okay. So when you're putting in the puri, make sure it slides along the bottom of the pan so that the oil doesn't splutter.
Yeah. See, I'm here to say anybody can do this. Anybody should try. The flavor is amazing, so it's worth a few.
Like Cynthia said, it doesn't have to be perfect. They'll all taste the same.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. And like you said, it adds character. Makes it more interesting. Hi, my name is Surbi Bhargava, and I stay here in Alexandria. I've been staying here for the past 20 years. Today, I am going to make a chickpea curry, which is a very popular dish in the northern part of India. I was born and brought up in India, in the northern part of India, where chickpea curry was one of the staples, and I think I don't know anyone who doesn't like it. More traditionally in India, it's made from scratch. That means we get the chickpeas, we soak them in water for about 8 to 10 hours with some spices, and then we next day we pressure cook them, or we can use an instant pot to soften them and cook them. And then we make the curry with ginger and garlic and tomatoes and onions, all the good stuff. And then we put the boiled chickpeas in it and let it simmer for a while till it is a thick, soupy consistency. And it is enjoyed fresh with puris or even chapatis, or which is something similar to tortillas, but they're made with whole wheat. And they also go very well with steamed rice or just vegetable rice. Let's get started. I have a pan which is warming, and I'm putting in about 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Again, you can use less if you wanted to make it healthier. So I've put the oil in there, and as it's warming, I'm putting in some cumin seeds there, and you can already see that or hear that they're spluttering. And I'm going to put 2 bay leaves, which are again easily available at Walmart or any stores over here. So after they are spluttering, I'm going to add onions, red onions, to this. These are chopped red onions. I have an onion over here which I just chopped into small pieces.
Is that just like a medium heat?
Yes,
that you do it,
it's
or
medium
to
heat.
low?
Yeah, medium heat.
If you need to adjust it,
Yes,
you can.
yes. So I'm adding the onions first. And I'm going to let it cook till it's medium golden brown.
Red onions cook a little faster than white ones, don't they? Sometimes maybe.
I
found it with my cooking.
I think so. I just like the color that they give,
Right.
and some of the flavor that they give. And of course, in India we are used to having just
A lot of red onions,
so
okay.
that's
Yeah.
I've always used that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you
Yes.
need to turn this.
So as it's cooking, let me show you. I have Roma tomatoes. I had about 3 or 4 Roma tomatoes, medium size, which I made it into a puree. Just chopped the tomatoes and made it into a puree. So that's what I'm
So
going to
nothing else
use.
is added to that, it's
No,
just
nothing-
tomatoes?
Just
Okay.
tomatoes, yes. So as the onions are cooking,
I can see they're starting to get a little golden in color. So I'm going to put the ginger and garlic paste. Again, this is just 1 tablespoon of garlic paste and 1 tablespoon of ginger paste, just fresh ginger and fresh garlic, which I've just blended together without adding anything.
No water or
So,
anything?
just a little bit of water to make it
Okay.
into a paste.
Okay.
So this is, I'm going to add the, and it has such a good flavor, I don't want to waste any of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get all the-
Y'all cook with a lot of fresh ginger.
Yes, yes, yes.
And garlic, I guess. A lot of fresh everything.
Yes, yes. I don't think we've started using a lot of canned stuff over here on occasions, but I think in India people still
Get the ginger
try to
root
get
and
yes, yeah.
Cut it up. Yeah.
They try to use the fresh ingredients as much as possible.
Smells so good.
So as it's cooking, I'm going to add the bay leaves. And it really doesn't matter when you add it, it will, since it's going to cook, I just put more bay leaves just to give it a more better flavor. And these I'm going to put now. These are black cardamoms. They have a strong flavor, which really goes well with the chickpeas. So I'm going to add these now.
So you don't crush the cardamom?
No, as it's cooking, I think it'll
Like
slowly open. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, open up, and then it'll give out its flavor. But you could actually also.
I know with the green cardamom, I
yes,
crush it for
yes,
the tea.
yes.
But for this, just
Yes,
because
the
it's
green
big.
cardamom is it has a very delicate flavor. So
Right.
if you don't open it or crush it, it's the flavor won't be as
Okay, so you
evident.
need to crush it. For that.
But
this is a little
this is a little stronger,
Okay.
and that's why it's used in curries and savory dishes, not in desserts like the green cardamom.
Okay. Okay.
So while this is cooking, it's almost cooked to a golden brown color. And now I'm going to add some tomato puree and let it cook till the tomatoes we know are cooked.
Okay.
So I'm adding the tomato puree. And after adding the tomato puree, I'm going to add the Cholé Masala. Cholé Masala is just a powder of different spices which are traditionally used in chole, in making chole. Chole is also called chana. So it can either be sold as chana masala or chole masala. And it is easily available in Indian stores, of course, Indian grocery stores, but they would be available on Amazon also. So it's either chana masala or chole masala. It's a blend of different spices, and it's a good spice because it's a blend of all those spices that are used in chole. And we don't have to buy, a lot of different spices. So it's a perfect combo for chole. So I'm going to add this, the masala or the curry powder, the chole curry powder to the tomatoes so that it cooks while the tomatoes are cooking also. So I added this. the Cholé Masala, and I'm going to also add some salt according, of course, according to your taste. You can add more or less.
And I think this has salt. I don't know whether this particular brand, but
Yes,
everything that I
yes.
have at home, like this, has some
Yes,
salt in it
yes.
too.
So yeah, just be sure to read the label because you don't want your chole to be too salty.
Right.
So just and it's always better to add less salt before, and then you can adjust the salt later.
We all learn the hard way.
Yes, we all have. Yeah.
Ooh, it's really dark. Getting
Yeah.
darker.
Yeah, because I think it has pomegranate seeds, which are dried pomegranate seeds, and they become dark. And when you powder them, they become like really. And
That's so
and it's
interesting.
it has and pomegranate seeds also the dried ones give a little tang to the chole, so
Okay.
they're slightly spicy, not spicy, but they're tangy.
Right. It's a lot of variety of flavor.
Yes. So again, you can add less chana masala or chole masala as per your taste because it might be spicy for some.
Right.
And at this point, we can also add some juliennes of ginger, just for the texture a little bit. But we'll use this at the end for garnishing as well.
Okay.
So as it's cooking, you can see, we can smell all the
Yes,
spices
smells so
being cooked.
I noticed with a lot of Indian cooking, of course, it comes from your homeland and you're taught, how to do it certain ways. But I love how you can, like you said, if it's a little bit to this, little maybe some flavors that aren't you're used to.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can kind of pull back on those
Yes.
things and make it your own.
Yes, yeah. And we can always improvise and make it and to suit to our taste.
Right.
So you can use
Right.
less or more of ginger or garlic, less of the chole masala, less of the spice.
Right.
Other spices if you want.
I
So
love
it's,
every spice. I've had this and it is just wonderful.
we just wanted the tomatoes to be cooked and
Right.
not have the rawness in it. So yeah. So once I think everything it's the way we can know that it's cooked is when the tomatoes or the whole mixture is oozing out a little bit of oil. So that means they are
Right.
kind of cooked. All the water has been absorbed
Right.
or evaporated, and
I think
so
I'm seeing
yes,
with some
yes.
oil on your spoon. and
Yes.
the-
So it's cooked, and we just add the chickpeas. I opened the cans and we drained the liquid that was in there and washed it under cold running water, so it doesn't have any of the preservatives or anything that was added, so we don't smell that. So I'm going to add the chickpeas into our mixture. And then kind of put some water in it to make the gravy. So I put one, this is about 16 ounces of water. So I'm going to put that, yeah. And then kind of just let it simmer. At this stage, it's all, everything is, the water, everything is just a mixture. But once it cooks, it will become thick and soupy, and it will all come together as a gravy.
So the water kind of kicks in.
Yes, the water kind of cooks down, and then we can also mash some of the chickpeas to make it all
like it will
blend
thicken.
together and thicken it a little bit. And again, we can, as it's cooking down, we can add more water just to adjust the consistency as we want. So it's cooking right now.
How long would you say this?
This will take about 15 minutes or so to cook down. And again, if you want more soupy, it will be less time. And then, but around 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
So this is what, when we put everything together, the chickpeas in the curry, this is how it will look, and it'll cook down. But to make the gravy a little thick, you can use a potato masher to just mash some of the peas so that the gravy becomes thick and everything is more cohesive. So I'm just mashing some and let it cook
Just
down.
mash a few. And
Mash a
leave
few
some
so that
whole and-
yes.
Okay.
Mash a few so that the starch in the chickpeas kind of makes the gravy thick.
Right.
Right.
Thank you for watching this segment of For the Love of Food, sponsored by the Rapids Parish Library. I just want to thank Cynthia and Serbi for sharing their delicious Indian recipes with us today. And be sure to like and subscribe and join us next time.